so we're going to go over some Assetto Corsa Rally stuff. Stay tuned to the end of the video to find out how you can win a free Assetto Corsa Rally game key, brought to you in part by Camus. I want to start off by saying, just because I came up with more bad things in this video to talk about, doesn't mean the game is bad. I actually think this game has the potential to be the RBR successor that we've always wanted, even if nothing else changes in ACR, but adding more quality stages. So let's get the bad talked about. Damage is laughable. You can run into a tree full speed 6 or 7 times before a car stops working. This is on hardcore mode, by the way. Visual and mechanical damage is just not where it should be. The camera options are definitely lacking. Only -10 or +10 for some settings, that's not enough. Also, the camera adjustment should not be from scratch for every car. It should be a general setting that gives you the option to change each individual car while you're on the stage. At the very least, FOV should be the same for every vehicle because that doesn't change. So for example, in the main menu, when I change the FOV, all cars should be adjusted to that FOV. Then if I need a different seat position, I can change that while I'm actually in the car on the stage. Resets just shouldn't be a thing. Ever. Either let me pass through the people, or remove the people if it's too much on resources, or animate the people to always run out of the way. Also, there should be no getting reset if you go too far off the course. I should always have to find my way back to the road. This will be especially important in VR because of the jarring feeling of being ripped away and placed back on course. The transmission behavior feels outdated, and when I'm at a standstill in gear, why does pushing in the clutch start the car? This is behavior that was back from the original Assetto Corsa. Why has this not been corrected? Some objects are like cement, while others are nothing but visual markers. Signs have no physical properties and can fall over if you touch them even less than 1 mile per hour. Even some cement bollards fall over barely touching them. Hay bales don't seem to move at all, in the areas that I've tested at least. Night driving is not good in some vehicles. I noticed this especially while driving in the Rally 4 car. The lights were too close to the center, and when I tried turning, I couldn't see where I was going. Weather feels like an effect layer rather than a physical thing happening. The raindrops coming towards the car feel completely independent from the water accumulating on the windshield. Particle effects seem lacking overall, but it's not a gigantic concern of mine personally. I have a good feeling it'll get better incrementally. The user interface while driving can't be gotten rid of. This rips players out of immersion. I should be able to have a blank screen and rely on my car's instrumentation or my real-life gear. It's very annoying to have 3 gear indicators facing at me, all doing the exact same thing. The frame rate seems a bit sporadic at the moment. I'm seeing FPS range from like 160 to 104 on the same course, and with no way to lock it currently. The FPS lock setting doesn't seem to work. And in regards to the micro stutters, I've had the best luck with full screen mode, as opposed to the borderless, and then VSync on. Now, let's get to the good. The co-driver notes and performance is actually suitable for the game. It sounds a lot less robotic than I thought it would when I first heard it in the trailer. Even on the lowest graphical settings, the game retains an impressive amount of foliage and course detail. For competitive reasons, this is important because games like Dirt Rally 2.0 could almost entirely get rid of grass and small bushes, which gave an advantage to people willing to sacrifice visual realism. Players that removed foliage in Dirt Rally 2.0 could see exactly the shape of the road and where it was safe to cut. And finally, let's get to the excellent. The graphics. Oh my gosh. It looks so good. Not only that, the graphics settings adjustment levels are impressive. Along with a very pleasing amount of anti-aliasing options, the resolution slider is awesome too. Very cool way to squeeze extra performance out of your system. Frame generation options, and very detailed independent graphic settings adjustments for like, you know, reflections, shadows, and all that kind of stuff. I feel like I have a really good amount of options graphically to see what I want to see from the game. The physics feel spot on most of the time, besides when we're talking about crashing or certain instances where we're going off the road, you know, the beaten path. But the main driving surface feels very authentic. It is maybe the most impressive I've felt in any game so far. You can clearly feel and hear the car constantly struggling based on the surface, how many bumps are in the road, etc. The sounds inside the cockpit are some of the best I've heard. Especially the rocks hitting the underside of the car and the suspension clunks. You just feel so connected to the environment, even though you're in a virtual car. The stages feel so authentic. I know there's not a whole lot of them right now, but the artists have done an excellent job bringing these real-life locations to the game. We'll have people on both sides here. Some people reminding everyone this is an early access title, and then we'll have some people say, they've had years to get this right, and it's not. Why? I personally believe they've prioritized the foundations of the game, the very core of the game, that will make every stage feel authentic, the driving experience. Adding stages, adding features to the game, all that is the easy part. Kinda. Just like a Mario game, the reason the original Mario game is still fun is because they nailed the core gameplay. People can make new Mario stages until the end of time and still be engaging. Assetto Corsa Rally has nailed the core gameplay experience, and all it's needed now is small tweaks and more stages. Gameplay modes and such will come as development continues, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be critical, because what we say in these videos, in forums and comments, helps the developers gauge what is actually a priority. So let them know in the comments, because the more we talk about these things, the more things will spread and the quicker the information will get back to the development team. Let's take this time to appreciate the work that has been accomplished and say thank you to all who made this project possible. I believe this project will stand above all others. I see no reason not to save some money and buy this game right now. It does nothing but show support to the developers and allow you to help shape the game as it continues its course. Whew! Now, about that free game code. Camus was nice enough to send me a code to try this game, but I've decided to pay for the game myself and give this code away to one of you. I want you all to comment on this video your favorite rally memory, whether it's a personal memory from playing a game, going to a real rally event, watching rally on TV, anything. What is your favorite rally moment? The top 5 most thumbed up comments will be put in a hat and chosen randomly during a special giveaway themed live stream. After that, you'll have 24 hours to get back to me via email at SleepyPantsSimRacing@gmail.com. If after 24 hours you don't respond, I will randomly choose the next name in another live stream. I'll announce the live stream time and date in the community post section of my YouTube channel. Have a good day, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.